Good morning, my lovelies. Good morning to all of those out there who want to lose weight and who want to get started on a plan that is right for them. You're tuning into the right place, right? So we're out here a little bit early this morning. We are doing some exercises, some stretches. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm outside in my yard. It rained, so everything is kind of wet. But it's not too hot right now, so we're gonna go ahead and enjoy what we have, and we're gonna go ahead and do our workout outside. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I am no makeup, no nothing, and we are ready to get started. I'm so excited to be here today for you guys, and it just is all a mindset. So if you really want to get thinner, you really want to get healthier, you really want to lose some weight, it's all in your mind. So you have to really start thinking about that. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go on my mat and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. And let's get started, okay? I'm Karen Eiton. I am a wellness coach, and I love helping other people to lose weight, to get healthier, to bring their blood pressure down, to maybe bring their sugar level down, and things like that. So I'm on my own journey, and I'm here, and I show up for myself every day. And I hope you will start showing up for yourself too, because there's no one else out there more important than showing up for yourself. Because if you don't take good care of yourself, you can't take care of the people you love, right? So let's get started. Get rid of my sandals here. Okay, so it all comes down to really doing good for yourself, right? So when I was first starting out on my journey, I lost over 40 pounds. When I first started out on my journey, I had to really make a decision to myself, more or less. Do I really want to continue on the path that I was on, which was I was eating whatever shit I wanted to eat, right? I was eating anything and everything with no boundaries set for myself at all, and just doing whatever I wanted to do, just living life, right? And it comes down to a point in life where you have to really start looking at yourself, taking a good look in the mirror, and saying to yourself, you want more for yourself, right? So you want to be able to eat healthier. You want to be able to feel better. That was my big deal. My blood pressure was sky high. I wanted to feel better. And the only way I was going to start feeling better was either taking a shitload of medicine or get truthful with myself and change my own habits, right? So we all have these favorite foods and meals that we eat all the time, right? And we pile this shit on our plate. We eat whatever we want to eat, and you can hear the train going. We have an Amtrak that runs by our house. But just eat whatever the heck we want, right? And I was doing the same thing. I wasn't paying attention. I was just eating whatever I wanted to eat. My husband was trying to make it easier on me by bringing food home from different restaurants and things. And it just wasn't working, right? It wasn't working to the benefit of our health, right? So I changed everything. I changed the meals that I was cooking on a regular basis. I changed the type of food I was making on a regular basis. I changed the type of food I was buying at the stores. I started shopping at different stores. I started changing my snacks. I started changing the type of beverages I drink. I was changing everything. I changed everything. I no longer make these big pasta meals anymore. I no longer buy beef or pork. I no longer
buy these bags of snacks, pre-made snacks. You know, I no longer buy all that stuff. The snacks that I buy are sugar-free. You can buy them at just your regular store or dollar store, wherever. And I choose different snacks, right? So I don't eat the way that I was, like consuming donuts and consuming pastries and consuming candy bars, or consuming, you know, big heavy meals, right? So I no longer do that. And just by changing my own behavior, excuse me, has changed my life. It's given me more energy. It's made me think about my health for longevity. It's made me think about my health for, you know, being around for longer, and being able to go to the store and to shop and not get out of breath, and be able to go for a long walk, and to be able to go shopping for fun clothes and for fun things, you know, to have fun, right? And to do a lot of the different things that, you know, I couldn't do because I just didn't feel good. I didn't have the energy. So I know what it feels like when you feel, to me, it felt like I was suffocating myself because of just eating whatever food I wanted to eat, right? My blood pressure got high, my sugar got high, everything got high, and my weight got high, and I couldn't do what I used to do. And I used to be a very active person. I used to walk long, distant walks. I used to power walk. I used to, you know, play baseball, play softball, do all these different things. And I could no longer do it. And I really began to look at myself and say, hey, you know, I'm really sabotaging myself with food because I'm unhappy with the way things are. And instead of changing the way things are, I just kept putting in more food, right? And that happens to a lot of us, right? And so you have to be able to go through my program and realize and see for yourself how you're treating yourself, and find the ways that you can get out of that situation, right? And so now, you know, I don't, you know, sit there and sabotage myself with the wrong foods, right? So if I put snacks in place, I'm going to have those go-to snacks instead of going out and buying a candy bar that I know is unhealthy for me, or go out and buy, you know, a 6-pack of donuts or something. I have foods in place, I have snacks in place that are my go-to things for when I want to have a sweet snack, you know. At least it's not like tons of calories and I'm going off my diet. It's still healthy stuff, right? So that's what I want to do for you. I want to help you. This isn't all about my journey. This is about helping you. And to be able to put yourself in the situation where you have your go-to meals already, some of it prepared. You already have your go-to snacks. You know what kind of beverages or water or whatever you can consume. You know what you can have and what you can't have. And it really helps you to be able to stay on the plan and to be able to really lose weight and to do good for yourself. So it's starting to heat up out here. The sun's coming up now and it's starting to really heat up. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our daily exercise stretches routine. I bought these bands and I was hoping for a band. I was trying to replace the band that I broke that was actually my son's. And it was way wider than this. And it was a little bit looser than this. So I don't know how much we're going to use this today because it's really tight and really, but we're gonna see. First of all, we're going to go ahead and get started with our stretches. And if you're out there and you are struggling by yourself and you're not being able to get the weight off, I have a written program that you can walk through step by step that helps you daily to stay on your program. It helps you with recipes. It helps you to get rid of some of the old chatter in your mind, you know. It helps you to really focus on your intention, on your intention of either getting healthier or losing weight or just firming up or whatever your situation may be, because everyone is going through a different journey. Everyone's going through a different process of what they need to accomplish, either, you know, to lower their sugar, lower their blood pressure, lower their stress level, whatever it may be. You know, my program is set to help you do that. So we're going to go ahead and start stretching. Okay, so we're going to do a full body stretch. I just want to make sure I don't get on the wet concrete. And so we're going to do a stretch here, a full body stretch, and stretch it out. I have one arm that doesn't work right. I pulled a muscle in my arm. So just do what you can do. We're all a little bit different. Just stretch it out. And if you can push that arm all the way down, you go right to it. Very good. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit, so hopefully we won't get rained on. Very good. Do some little crunches. All right. Very good. And bring our knees up. Stretch, stretch, stretch your hip out. Other side. Feel it all stretching here. Stretch your hip. Feels so good. Oh, it feels good. Just do what we can do, right? It's starting to rain a little harder, so we're going to keep going. Stretches your thighs. Okay, we're going to do a little tuck, little bottom tuck. Going to bring it up. We're going to stretch and tighten all this up, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, very good. We're going to go ahead and turn on our side. Side. Hopefully the camera isn't getting too wet. And then we're just going to bring up our knee. You can even hold it if you like. If you want to stretch it out even more, you can kind of tuck it in a little bit and it kind of stretches more. So just whatever feels good to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And we're going to do the other side. Try not to touch. I don't want to touch that wet concrete. That's gross. Okay. All right, here we go. 1, stretch. If you feel like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very good. We're going to roll over to our stomach. Then we're going to do our legs. We're just going to do our legs like this. Okay? We're going to do 20 times. Okay, and then we're going to crisscross. Okay, very good. And you can do a full body stretch here if you'd like to. Arm won't go all the way out, but you can stretch. Okay. And then you could stretch this way too. Stretching out your back. And then you could even bend and go this way. And you can feel it stretching back here. Feels real good. Okay. This band, I'm not sure what we can do with this band. Sure there's another way. So Very good. Get rid of that thing. And I think this is more for, maybe you could do something with your arms. Kind of hurts my arms, so I'm not going to do too many of them. So the main thing is to get started, know what you weigh, know how many calories you're consuming to stay at that weight, and to start setting a routine for yourself. So I try to exercise and do these stretches every morning. Sometimes I can go longer, sometimes I have to cut it short because of work or whatever. But I try to get out there and at least stretch my body. Then in the evening, or sometimes in the morning, I go for a walk, I ride my bike, I do whatever I can do to get more steps in a day, right? So I don't have my watch on to count today, but my movement, but my Apple Watch counts some of my movements, and that's kind of helpful too. But you don't have to have that. You just will know yourself that you're working your body. You'll start to see some changes, you know. My legs look so much better than they used to, right? They were pretty heavy. And, you know, so I'm seeing changes. And some days I work out with weights, some days I don't. And I'm starting to see some progress in my arms. So they're starting to get a little bit more firm, a little bit tightened up a little bit better. So it just depends, right, on you, your situation, how much you want to lose, how much mobility you have. There's some people out there that want to lose weight, but they don't have hardly any mobility. Like when I started, I was so overweight and I didn't have the energy. So I would put down a blanket on my living room floor and just move my body, move whatever parts would move, right? And I just started that way. And then I started getting on then I started going for longer walks. And but it gave me the energy to get out there. It gave me the energy and, you know, the confidence to start moving and doing more, right? So so that's where you start. You start wherever you can, and you start doing whatever you can. And little by little, you'll start gaining energy if you start eating right, you know. So I would encourage you to reach out to me, to sign up for my program by just setting a phone call with me, and we can, you know, go from there. We can see what your situation is, what your, you know, your money situation is, if you need to pay in one payment or you can pay in, you know, 2 or 3 payments, how you can pay. But there's so much great material, so many wonderful tips and things that can help you to lose the weight, right? So I'm not going to always give it all away on video, but you know, you can you know, sign up and we can get you started. And you know, today can be the change for you. You know, you just have to want the change. You have to want it, accept it, and really want it for yourself. You can't sit there and say, oh yeah, like next week I'm going to start a diet. Oh yeah, next month I'm going to maybe start a diet, or I'm going to start working out or doing something better for myself. No, it starts now. It starts today. It starts this minute. It starts with eating differently, shopping differently, you know, cooking differently. And once you learn that, you will all be on a really good track to be able to do it ongoing for a life, you know, for a lifestyle, you know. And so I encourage you to reach out, and so you can get started and to start losing some weight too. Okay, so thanks so much for watching these videos. Give me the thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. I need more subscribers. I'd love to have you here, and we can share more. Okay, thanks so much. Bye bye.